Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 8th of September 2021. In today's Millwall news we have international appearances by Millwall players today, and that was in Northern Ireland as the Northern Irish drew 0-0 with Switzerland after the goalkeeper saved the penalty. And yeah, it looks like they were pretty much the second best to Switzerland all night. This is from the irishtimes.com. I'm not gonna read all of this, but we're gonna go down to the end, and it said the intensity seemed to have dipped for Northern Ireland. There was Smith pulling up with an injury. Barrowclough made a substitution, sending on young Liverpool right back Connor Bradley, while replacing Connor Washington with Dion Charles. There was another substitute who had the next chance when the ball fell to him in the box, but George Saville's shot on the turn was quickly charged down. Daniel Ballard got up to meet a corner, but could not get enough power in his effort, and that was the last of the clear chances as both sides accepted a point on the night. So very good point for Northern Ireland, it would seem. Switzerland, very good team, arguably better than Northern Ireland, so to get a draw against them was pretty decent, especially when they got given a penalty and then your goalkeeper saved that penalty. So pretty decent. So how did Danny Ballard and Georgie Saville get on? So here we go. So this is whoscored.com. If you watched the stats video, you know all about this. So here we go. We've got the ratings of the Northern Ireland players in order, and number 4 is Danny Ballard, 7.21, and George Saville was a substitute, 6.23. So he came on for Jordan Thompson, so nearly getting up to the score that Jordan Thompson got, but not quite. Which I always say, if a substitute gets a better than a score than the person they replaced, that's not good for the person they've replaced. But not quite for George Saville, but he, like the report said, he did have a shot which was off target. You can see there Daniel Ballard had a shot which was off target, and that was literally Northern Ireland had 4 chances, and two of them were from the Millwall boys. So not bad. But what I wanted to bring your attention to, look at the touches for Northern Ireland. That is low. Players that have been on the pitch for 90 minutes only touched the ball 30 times. Danny Ballard 30 times. Now watch this as I scroll down to Switzerland. 123 touches. 113, 122. And the pass accuracy, 90 plus. So they're just doing short little passes. Not being impressed by Northern Ireland, it seemed. I didn't watch the match. I'm just reading the stats. So it looks like they were just passing it around the back between the defenders. Not being impressed. So they could have a very high accuracy. Northern Ireland were camping in their half, trying to not get opened up by Switzerland. But you see the touches there, very low, very low. Yeah. Let's have a look at the stats for the Mill boys now. So this is offense. So we've already seen shots on target. Yeah, so they had the shots, they didn't get on target. George Saville, 1 unscheduled touch. Danny Ballard, none. He got fouled twice. Defensively, where's Danny Ballard? They didn't have a tackle. 2 interceptions, 4 clearances, and 3 fouls given away. George Saville, is he on this list? So 1 tackle from George Saville and 1 foul given away. Passing wise, what we got? Who had the most passes? So Danny Ballard only had 13 passes and 53.9 accuracy. Yeez, that's not very good, is it? That would be because if we look over here, long balls 5, accurate long balls 1, and crosses, you had 1 cross and it was not accurate. George Saville, 8 passes, better actually 87.5, no long ball, so that was just short passing, so that's probably why that's accurate there. Yeah, so that's it. Another two caps for Millwall players. Well, 1 Millwall player and 1 Millwall player on loan. Well, we still count that, don't we? Yeah, so another 2 caps, international Lions. Not not a lot of times you could say that in Millwall's history, and it's just nice to see. It's nice to see Millwall players being recognised at a high level. And there you go. So that's it. But now they're gonna come back to the 10. Got a game on Saturday. Hopefully they're gonna be fit and raring to go. Get a nice couple of days rest and then come back in Saturday and turn it on at West Brom away. So speaking of West Brom away, we have an injury update from Gary Rowett, and this is from news@den.co.uk. Millwall pair returns to training as the Lions boss responds to whether club have eye on free agents. Gary Rowett said Millwall are more focused on trying to get players back fit than potentially looking at those who are currently free agents. This Saturday's opponents, West Brom, signed defender Keane Bryan a week after the transfer deadline following the expiry of his contract at Sheffield United on July 1. There are a host of players with championship experience still in their 20s who have yet to find a club, including Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere's in his 20s, is he? Oh, I would have sworn he was older than that, at least probably 31. A close friend of Lions forward Benik Afobe, Nathaniel Mendez-Lang, he's a good player. Jordan Ibe, Andre Wisdom, and Connor Wickham. Former England international Tom Huddleston, whom Rowett signed for Derby County, was without a club for more than a year before signing for Hull City last month. Millwall have been boosted this week by the return to training of Mason Bennett and Ryan Leonard, though the Baggies fixture could come too soon for them. Rowett hopes defenders Sean Hutchinson and Danny McNamara will be back next week. They have been out since mid-August. Tom Bradshaw picked up a knock last week, but is also involved as Millwall prepare for their game at the Hawthorns. Danny Ballard and George Saville could be involved for Northern Ireland in their World Cup qualifying against Switzerland in Belfast tonight. Yes, they were. Danny Ballard started and played 90 minutes. George Saville came on 70-something minute. They will have one training session at Calmont Road before the weekend's game. The Lions squad has been stretched in the first month of the season, but asked if the club could be keeping an eye on the free transfer market, Rowett responded, "We're focused on trying to get the players back fit that are out injured." So basically we're saying no. We don't have any money for that. We won't be doing any of that business. Mason has trained this week. Tom Bradshaw missed a bit of training, but he's trained this week. So has Lenny. I know they're not match fit, but the squad certainly looks a lot healthier. And then we have got Hutchie and Danny, who, if all goes to plan, should be back training next week. If you look at our squad, then we've got more than enough players. So I don't think at the moment that's something for us in terms of signing free agents. We want our players available, and if they are available, then I think we've got a strong squad. Okay. Okay. Depends how you play them, but... And also from news@den.co.uk, Shea Ojo. On loan Liverpool attacker in contention for Millwall debut at West Bromwich Albion. Shea Ojo is in contention to make his Millwall debut at West Bromwich Albion this Saturday. Ojo, 24, was the Lions' final signing of the summer transfer window after arriving on loan from Liverpool to give boss Gary Rowett another attacking option. He hasn't played a senior competitive game since coming on as a substitute for Cardiff against Rotherham on May the 8th. But he did feature for Liverpool's under-23s before he switched to South London. Ojo met his new teammates last week and has impressed at Calmont Road. He's been training with Liverpool but hasn't played lots and lots of pre-season games, so we have to look at that and assess how the weekend will look for him, Rowett said. But he'll certainly be in contention and he'll certainly be in a squad. That's why we brought him into the group. He's looked good in training. He's got great athleticism and a real turn of speed. You can see his quality as well. It's up to us and Shay to get that quality out and show what he's all about. I've said it before. I think there's more to come from him than what anybody's seen so far. I'm confident that we can give him a platform to go and show that. And indeed, he was playing for the Liverpool under-23s. Because they were trying to sell him. They were trying to get rid of him. They didn't want him at the ground. They didn't want him even training with the first team. Even though he's 24 years old, they had him training with the under-23s, which is a bit off, but that's how they do it, isn't it? What can you do? What can you do? Big business, multi-billion-dollar business, treating people like shit. That's how it goes, isn't it? I'm sure it's, if you work for a big company, it's the same way you work. So will he start? Where will he start? I can see him coming off the bench. Similar to you want him running against tired defenders, I imagine. It'd do a lot of damage, especially if we're in defense mode trying to defend. Although that's not how we usually play. We usually try and defend first, concede a goal, and then try and attack. So to get one goal back and end with a draw. That's how we usually play. We will see. We will see. Oh, it's how Garrett uses him, isn't it? So we will see what happens and criticise as we see fit. So moving on to the last story of the day, secret friendly from the under-23. So they've got a break this week as well, because they have internationals at that level as well. So there have been a couple of games. I don't know about our game. We didn't schedule any games this week. We've got a game. Is it next Monday the 13th? I think it's against Coventry. It's away to Coventry. But so we played Stevenage. Looks like it's at Stevenage. I don't think that's Calmont Road. So we played Stevenage FC, and it was a 0-0 2-2 draw apparently. So this come out from Stevenage. There's nothing else anywhere from anyone else about the game. So we've just got the scorers for Stevenage and not the scorers for Millwall. No team sheet, no nothing. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, 2-2 draw in a friendly behind closed doors on their week off. So it wasn't a week off, and you can see there, like yesterday, the heat, that would have been some heat they were playing in there. It was friggin' hot yesterday, and they got 2-2 draw. So not a bad result, it would seem, even though I have no idea who the team was, how they played, who the scorers were, or anything. I'm just going to say, yeah, this is a decent result, based on no evidence whatsoever. And on that note, thank you for watching. Goodbye.